Well, if you want a good joke every day, then you have to look no further than the Daily Mail, particularly when it comes to its topics on Brexit, because, my God, the irony here, I think, is completely lost on these people. So, as you may or may not know, but you probably do, the Daily Mail campaigned vigorously to leave the EU, but only a couple of days ago, or a couple of weeks ago now, depending when this video goes out, they published an article that they were outraged at the fact that British holidaymakers would now have to pay to get into EU countries. But but this is ironically, this is exactly what they campaigned for, and this is the funny thing. You guys in that paper basically said we don't want freedom of movement. Well, okay, now you'll have to pay, as the EU said, which is rightly so. Basically, what they make everyone else do. You know, as I said, if you're not in the club, you don't get the membership. And years, in fact, go back to when I first started doing videos about Brexit, my entire analogy is coming true. I basically said, look, Britain is like a guy who has a gym membership. And he is a member of this gym. He gains all the benefits, and he has to pay a monthly membership fee. However, for whatever reason, he decides he no longer wants to pay his membership fee. However, he still wants to keep on using the gym. That means he no longer gets the benefits of being a member, and as a result can no longer steal the free towels without having to pay for them. So here we are in this hilarity of a situation where we now have this person who has been stealing towels, who is not a member, and is now being told, well sir, you'll have to pay for that towel you stole, and is now outraged by the fact that he now has to pay for the towel. So, yeah. And this isn't going to be the only time this happens, by the way. I guarantee you, this is just the first of probably an absolute avalanche of outrage stories about how dare the EU do this to us, when you literally have to turn around and respond and say, but that's what you campaigned for. And this is just going to get even more ridiculous. And eventually, people will cut on to the fact and realise that it's not worth it. And we are seeing, by the way, guys, more and more people are realising, hang on, this isn't worth it. The people's vote, very likely, I think, will happen. And when all the full financial information is laid out there, like it basically has been since the beginning, and people realise that, yeah, it's not going to be worth it, we're just going to remain in the EU. So this will have basically been the biggest pointless waste of time ever. So, you know, thanks, I guess. But, you know, that's democracy for you. Just because you don't win an election or don't win a referendum, you are allowed to go on making the argument.